Hi, welcome to AFTV. I've got Marty with me. A 0-0 draw at Nottingham Forest here at the City Ground. Marty, what did you make of today's game? Is it a 0-0 draw? Was it a boring draw for you, or was there more to it?
No, do you know what? Look, I enjoyed the game, obviously, apart from the result. Fair play to City for holding us out. It's a fantastic stadium, actually, to be honest. I really enjoyed coming here, and it's got great atmosphere. It's one of those old school stadiums where every stand is a stand instead of these new fantastic stadiums that are just concourses all the way round. So I really enjoyed the atmosphere. I really enjoyed for once being with the Arsenal fans in the away end, and look, it was. We lack firepower up front. We know this problem. I walk away from this game in a completely different place from the West Ham game. The West Ham game hurt because I felt that we were just poor. But today, look, we defended really well, and the midfield was good. The defence was good. Saliba and Gabriel made a couple of last-ditch, challenges, which they could have gone really wrong. And look, you just really notice it up front, and we just get to a point where we move the ball into the attacking areas, and there's nothing. We've got no options. But there were a couple of chances. I think Odegaard had a chance late on. Zinchenko got it down, moved it over to Odegaard. If that's in the back of the net, 1-0 late on in the game, that'd be fantastic. And there was a corner which I think Marino headed in, and goalkeeper made a great save. Managed to just keep it out. I saw it right in front of me, just in a flash. And that's how these games go. This Nottingham Forest side, they have beaten teams convincingly, put teams away. I think 5-0, and beat Fulham, I beat recently, and then you've got, Liverpool came here and drew. This team can cause other teams problem. And to be honest, they didn't really have, apart from a few chances, they didn't really have that much, and we kept them at bay. And I'd rather come here with a solid performance like that, keep them shut out, keep it to 0-0, and unfortunately we just couldn't score, and that I think is going to be the story moving throughout the rest of the season, just because of the fact that we haven't got a recognised number 9. We all know this story. We're lacking up front, and I think for me, the Champions League, the league looks like it's done completely. Liverpool probably 13 points in front after tonight. I think there were, the result last time I looked, I think they were 2-0 up. So it's Champions League, and I think Arteta's got to find some way of pulling out some young lads out of somewhere, and rotation with the squad, because games are still coming thick and fast. And with the Champions League, home away legs, that is something to really think about. And this could be, I suppose the silver lining to the cloud of our season is if he brings through a couple more young players that hit the ground running, and unearths them, and then you've got more of an interesting proposition for next season. But it is unfortunate, the result. I think for me that is it, completely done. I know 13 points. If it was at 8, there might be a glimmer, or 7 or 5 definitely. But with the lack of depth we've got now, and going at 13 points, they're just running away with it. And I think for me, it's one of those Premier League seasons where, in a way, it's been the most sort of boring season, because who's going down, and now who's going to win it. There's no title race now, and there's no real relegation battle. And those, for me, are the two most important parts of a football season. Is you've got who's fighting for Champions League football, but it's nowhere as exciting as a title race or a relegation battle. And I think it's really looking forward to how we set up now in Champions League football, and looking how far we can go in that competition, welcoming some big names to the Emirates, and some big nights like that. But I walk away from the stadium tonight, happy to come here. It was a good night. It was unfortunate we didn't get a result, but we move on.